Hey everyone, it's Bree, and we're back today with another video. So, yeah, you can probably start calling me the procrastination queen, because this video I finished making on the 9th of October, and it is currently the 5th of November. So, obviously, I have a problem. I meant to upload this video as soon as I finished it, and because I'm a procrastination queen, I did not. It's almost been a month since I'm doing this voiceover, a month after I've actually built this build, so congrats for that. At least I'm getting around to it. I'm so bad. Honestly, there's just so many things to do in a day, and sometimes you just need a day or two or three to just like relax, I know I'm so bad at, motivating myself. Sometimes I'm like, no, you just need to have a day to yourself where you just relax. You don't have to worry about anything. I don't know. Anyways, this house is gonna be like a fall autumnal build. People say that word, and I've never actually said autumnal for a season. It's usually just autumn or fall, usually fall here in Canada. I don't know if there's like specific parts of the world that say it a certain way, but I don't know, I just call it fall or autumn. So yeah, this is like my kind of fall feeling house. Unfortunately, I did not get to experience fall very well, just because I think where I live, the weather is confused because it was freaking winter in September. Like, it snowed, I think, like the 5th of September here, and I was crying because, like, September is usually our warm season, and we usually have, like, super nice fall up until October, and then October is where it starts to snow and you start crying. But no, I cried a month earlier because it decided to snow, I think, for about a week or two. It was, it snowed for like 5 days, and then it just was raining for like a week or two, and then the snow went away, and then October was like our fall, but like because it had already snowed, like our freaking leaves were already dead and they had already fallen off the tree, so it was just like an early winter. It really sucked. But like we did have some really hot weather and like in October, so I mean that's a plus. I wasn't so sad. It's just I didn't get to experience the festive mood of fall. I love going for walks in the fall, like stepping on the crunchy leaves and the crisp smell. I don't know what it is, but fall is one of my favorite seasons. Even though it's going into the terrible winter, I literally hate winter so much. You don't understand. Like, I know that fall leads up to winter, but like, I don't know. Fall is just such a fun season. Everybody always hates on fall, and I don't know why. It's such a great season. I love it. Anyways, back to the build. So I was having troubles with the roof, trying to put a roof on those half walls, but I really wanted not all the same height of walls, but it was really hard, so I had to find a more creative way to put a roof there. So I'm using these weird, like, I don't know, what are they, awning roof decals. Yeah, so I just moved them, raised them up, and basically they're imitating a roof. That's not actually a room, it's just for decoration, but I really wanted to make like what are those called? I don't even know what the word for it is, but I wanted to make like a little room up there, but that it's not actually a room that can be used. I don't know. It looked cute to me, and I liked it. That was my idea. I was having such troubles with this build. I'm not a person that likes building the roofs. The roofs irritate me so much in The Sims 4 because, as you can see, like, there's a big gap there when there shouldn't be. And also when you go down into that mode, because I put it on the roof on the first floor and not above the second one, you can't necessarily see through the roof into the rooms, so you have to put all the walls down or halfway up to be able to even get into the bedrooms. But like I wanted the aesthetic, I wanted that look, I wanted it to look like a really nice, oh, they're called dormers, that's what I was dorms, whatever. Anyways, yeah, I'm making these little fake awnings because I couldn't fit the 3-tiled windows on there, and I think they're like vents or something. I just sized them down to make them look like the awnings, and then I change all the other shutters to, I think it's like black or the dark blue. It's probably black because I was going for a really warm, dark theme because, you know, it's fall, so gotta keep up with the aesthetic. So yeah, now it just all starts to come together with the colors. I actually was really digging this build. It did take me a long time to actually make, and I totally forgot that I even made it. I think I made it all in one day except for one room, and then I think like a week or two ago I looked at my recordings. I'm like, oh yeah, I made that house, because I usually play just my Let's Play, and I haven't been building as much lately because there's just been a lot going on with my job and my life in general. So I'm trying to make a lot of changes in my life, and unfortunately I have to take a break from gaming every once in a while to achieve my goals, and then come back and just fall back on what I love to do the most. So stuff happens in life, and you just gotta sometimes put your passions on the back burner until you can figure out where to go from there. So yeah, anyways, back to the fun stuff. I was really enjoying building this house, except for the roof, because roofs suck. Let's be real here. I don't think anybody actually likes dealing with roofs. I wish we had like the auto button, I think in like The Sims 3, where they like automated the roof for you. That was so much fun. I love that detail. It was just like they understood the pain of having to decide how roofs look, and I really liked that you get to choose how your roofs go on. It's just hard sometimes for me. I'd rather have, you know, the machine decide for me, because it's really difficult some days. But yeah, I made it work, and I love it, and it's great and amazing. You should download it. It's on the gallery. It'll probably be under either fall build or autumn build, but you can just look up Snowy Star 567, and it will be one of my newer houses that I put up. It's not up right now as I'm talking, but it will be up by the time you're watching this video. And let's hope that's soon, because, you know, the procrastination queen's got a lot on her plate, but she is gonna get it up for you, I swear. Anyways, so it started looking a little bit like Craftsman looking, and I actually love Craftsman houses, so I wasn't hating it, but I wasn't loving it yet until I started like putting all the landscaping in and these flower boxes. I was putting those pumpkins in. It was starting to feel actually like a fall house, and I was really excited. I did paint the terrain kind of I don't know, like a poopy green looking color, and normally I wouldn't, but I wanted it to look like, you know, the grass was starting to die. Unfortunately, the rest of the world is still green, but I wanted it to look like, you know, the leaves were falling, grass was dying. You know, it's fall. That's what happens. At least here in my world, it does. So yeah, So I did put in those reefs on the doors. I was actually playing in one of my builds, and for some reason, some people could get into the house with a reef on the door, and some people couldn't. And because I was doing a shop, like under, I was making my money from a shop, so I had to use the like get to work pack with it, but I was trying to get the people to come into my store, and only some would, and then when one person did, the other person would just stop and they wouldn't come in the door, and it was so frustrating that I took the reef off, and I was like, you know what, F it, because it's not working for me. And, you know, as much as it looks pretty, I don't know if this is working or not, or if it's bugging out. I don't know. So I had to move it. So if that does happen in this build, you'll probably have to move the thing, but when I tested it, it worked. So you never know. Sometimes The Sims just bugs, especially with new updates and refresh patch contents and all that crap. I just really it frustrates me sometimes that some stuff glitches out like that, but I understand. Anyways, here we are making a campfire because everybody loves campfires. I mean, I don't know anyone who doesn't love a campfire. If you don't love a campfire, you should mention in the comments. I'll probably hate on you, but I mean, if you have a good reason why, I would understand. I don't know. I've never met anyone who's ever hated a campfire, but people always associate the campfires with like fall and summer. So I don't know. I don't think I do many, because I live in Canada. I don't do many fall campfires just because it's freaking cold, and I am a person that's always cold, so I kind of need to be warm. And even though like your feet will be like nice and toasty, like the rest of my body won't. So the only time I'm ever down for like campfire is if it's I get to have marshmallows and I have like big ass sweater and sweats on, because that way I'm gonna be warm. Other than that, it's kind of sucks, to be honest, in the fall at least, because it gets really cold here. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't have been able to do it this September because it freaking snowed. But I wanted to. I tried to. My mom invited me over to her place to have a campfire, and then the next day it snowed, and I was like, oh crap, can't do that now. Yeah, this kitchen I was kind of going with more old looking appliances. I just wanted the house to really look like lived in and not like a show home, because I wanted it to look like a family was living here. So I wanted them to have like the family clutter aspect, and you know, right now it's starting to look like a show home, and I do change it a lot, you'll see. And I started putting in like some grandma curtains and stuff like that. What else do we get in here? Ooh, I wanted to put one of these little benches in, simply because we have such a pretty window there. And you know, I really wish I had like a little bench in my kitchen, because you know, when you're cooking, you're waiting for your food to cook, it would be nice to like just sit down on a comfy chair and like read until your food is ready or something, you know. But I feel like, because like my dining room is kind of far from the stove, and I kind of face the opposite way of the stove, I don't actually watch the stove as well as I probably should. And so like I was thinking it'd be real cool to have a little seat right there so you can just see your food and stuff. I thought that would be cute. I hate this wallpaper, but I love it for this house. Like for me, I wouldn't have it in real life, or in probably not many builds. I don't think I have used this ever before, but I used it in this one, and I just think it fits what I was going for. It looked super kitschy and less show homey, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so I was dealing with that. I think the kitchen is probably one of the rooms that took me the longest, just because we don't have a wide variety of cabinets. Some of them look either too used and old, but also that one is super modern too, and it has no door handle, so I don't like that one. And then we have like super modern ones, and then we have ones that come in funky colors. So it's just really hard to get the in-between of, you know, it's been updated in this house before, but it's not like super brand new, whereas nobody's lived in it kind of look. So just trying to balance that. I got these cookbooks, and I'm actually so happy that they put these cookbooks in the game, because that is such a big part of my life. I love to cook. I love cookbooks. I have like literally a whole bookshelf full of cookbooks, and I probably never use them, but I love them so much. I'll go through them one day and make quite a few of them. But I'm happy that we have them in the game, just so I can pretend in my own little fantasy that Sims actually use cookbooks. And then I actually love this dining room, and I wasn't too keen on it at first, because it's kind of weird, and it's a weird place. I don't know, but I wanted warm colors, right? So I was going for warm, and then the only cushions on that one chair, because I love that one chair because it looks so, you know, like rustic. And the only colors that had like the nice orange on the cushions was the one that was blue. And I was like, no, that doesn't go. And I was like, oh, we can try it. And it actually turned out well. It kind of blends in with the color in the painting. And all that stuff. I tried to incorporate a lot of pumpkins and leaves, and a lot of the lights are like orange, so it's mostly a woodsy orange, red, and yellow kind of house. And I'm happy I created that half wall. I feel like I don't use half walls to my advantage as much as I do now, but like before I started making videos, I didn't even use a half wall. Like, I was like, the half wall's so ugly, it doesn't do anything, it serves no purpose. But now I'm like, oh my god, you know, it like separates the room but still has the eyesight. I can use it for like bathtubs and stuff. Like, there's so many uses for it that I never even knew. I feel like I'm growing just as a builder, just by building. And it sounds so weird, but I guess it's practice makes perfect. It really is. Here I'm putting in a backpack on that little nook thingy where you hang your stuff. Felt like we should have a backpack there because obviously this is family home, there's going to be kids, and you're just going to throw your backpack at the door because nobody likes homework in backpacks. So yeah, so here I was having trouble. I had a lot of trouble with the living room just for color wise, because I was like, I didn't want to go too dark and too modern, but I also didn't want to go too light. I didn't want to use the stereotypical looking couch that is for fall, and I never used this orange couch. Never. I don't think I have. Hardly ever. It's just the color swatches are weird, and it doesn't really go with a lot of things that I usually make, you know? I don't know. I feel some people like objects more than others, where they incorporate random colors more than probably I do. I'm more of a gray and bluesy kind of girl, which sounds really depressing, but I'm like the Cape Cod coastal cottagey look. You know, sometimes I'm a modern person, sometimes craftsman, but even so, I'm set on usually a specific color wheel, kind of. Like, I have the colors I want, and I only use certain colors when I make houses. But, like, because I have a channel now, I feel like I have to be more, like, have more variety and try new things, which is where I start learning different design ideas and stuff. And, like, it's good to branch out sometimes into the unknown, because I never would have learned things if I didn't. You know, this applies for real life too, not just like The Sims. I feel like I haven't done a recording in forever, and I'm just blabbing on, but that's basically what recordings are. Because, like, you're just basically talking to yourself, hoping that somebody is listening, and if they are, they don't think you're retarded. Some days I'm just like sitting here and my boyfriend will walk in and he'll be like, why are you talking to yourself? I'm like, I'm not, I'm talking to everyone. And he's like, what? You're literally insane. I'm like, don't worry about it. So I don't know, it's kind of embarrassing when someone catches you talking to yourself into a microphone. I find it super awkward, and a lot of the time I can't talk when he's home or anybody is over. I'm just like, nope. They're gonna think I'm super weird. I gotta do this when nobody can hear me. So yeah, he is not home, and I feel more comfortable with myself being able to I know it sounds weird, but some people can just talk in front of anybody and not be embarrassed, and me, I'm super, I used to be super shy, so I'm still like breaking out of my shell. And for me, talking even to a microphone or a computer is just weird. Telling people things that you wouldn't normally tell them. You know? I don't know. Anyways, I made this library, and it's really freaking small, but I thought it was super cute, and I just wanted to have that little accent in there because I figured, you know, in fall time, people love to read, curl up with a blanket by our fireplace, and those chairs are perfect because they have like a blanket on the chair. Oh, I can imagine sitting there reading in front of a fireplace. It'd just be so nice. So sweet. Like, that's a little escape for the parents to just go hide in there and read. Because I know I would definitely do that. For sure, 100%. And, I don't think I show you the bathroom downstairs just because it's kind of like a weird space beside the stairs and in behind the stairs. And it's kind of weird like hard to record. I do put it in a screenshot, but the screenshot isn't that great simply because, you know, the sink is like behind the stairs, so you can't really see it. But it is there, so I mean, yay for that. I feel like it's oh, excuse me. It's been like really dry in my house. Not even in my house, even at work and like outside. It's just so dry lately. And I've been drinking so much water. So much. I mean, it's good for me. It's just I can't go like 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes I take like a sip of water. Or like even more. Just like a big gulp. Just because I'm like, I feel so like dry. I don't know what it is. It's like every time winter comes around, it always gets so dry here. It sucks. Usually I like edit myself out drinking water, but because it's like every few minutes, that would just be so much work, and I'd be like, what was I talking about again? And then I just lose my train of thought. So excuse my slurping, my slurpy slurps. Anyways, this is the master bedroom, and to me, I love it. It's kind of a big room, and it's got that beautiful leafy picture, and it has like all the travels picture. I love it. And then to the right is a vanity, and to the left is a bookshelf and closet. I love it. I don't know what it is. I don't usually make rooms with this stuff in it. I think maybe it's just so different that I don't usually use this stuff, or like these colors at least, that I like it so much. Yeah, I don't know what it was. It was really nice though. And then I think we have on this floor, we also have a master bathroom, and then we have the kids' bedroom, which is mostly gender neutral, and so you can put like a kid or anything in there, a teenager, anything, a person obviously. Yeah, and then we have like this weird little hallway landing above the stairs, which I put in like some chest pieces, and then we go back downstairs and there's a room off the library that is, I was gonna make it another bedroom, but it just seemed weird to have another bedroom there. I mean, you could turn both the library and that weird space there into 2 extra bedrooms if you really needed to for a bigger family home. That would definitely work. But basically that room is just a knick-knack room, so basically it has all like skill building activities and also the laundry. So it's just kind of like sometimes people have like playrooms for their kids, or like, I don't know what you would call it, like a family or a den. I don't know. There's so many terms for it, so call it whatever you want. But yeah, that's just an extra room there for extra activities. So much room for activities. Yeah, so I think I'll leave you guys here and you can enjoy the rest of the build without my voice. I'll put some music in. But I hope everyone is having a great day, and subscribe and like my video if you can, please. I'll see you guys all next time. Bye.
Get